Here's Jacob Smith. His shot, he scores! Centering pass. Oh, what a sensational save. It's 2-on-1. Here's Chesson winding up for one-timer. Savino, he scores! Chong with a brilliant move. She scores! Shoots, he scores! We are live from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville for semifinal number 2 of the combined division of the AHAI State semifinals right here on your home for AHAI Hockey YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast tonight, which is Game 2 after Game 1. It was Prep that clinched their ticket into the final game at the United Center. Now it'll be Chicago North and Lincoln Way's chance here to book their ticket to the United Center. Alongside Wes Anderson down at ice level, Dylan Ward to my right, I am Max Anderson. Along with our all-star technical crew, we have all the live game action for you here from the Edge. Dylan, both these teams upset their way into the semifinal for both of them looking to make that last step to the United Center.
Yeah, Chicago North, the number 6 seed in this combined division. Lincoln Way, the number 7 seed here in the Final Four. One of those teams is going to the United Center at that seed. It's impressive.
Chicago North hoping it will be them, and for more on how they'll look to get there, we'll send it down to ice level where our very own Wes Anderson standing by with Chicago North head coach Kevin Dole.
Thanks, Max. Coach, you talked about how your team has started to learn how to play under pressure over the last couple of months. Let's talk about how you're going to use that experience here tonight.
Yeah, no, like I said, we've this last month or so, all of our games we've kind of had to play with a sense of urgency, a do or die type attitude, because those essentially were the games we were in. So all those games, 1-goal games, 2-goal games, it puts you in a good position and understanding the things that you have to do to come out on top in those tight games like in the playoffs.
Not often do you see a goalie wearing the letter Diego Espinoza in net again tonight. Just talk about what he's meant to this team this year.
Yeah, no, he's been great. He's a leader on this team, especially being a goalie. It is a little bit rare to wear a letter, but I mean, I'm a believer in if you're doing the job and guys look up to you and you do the right things, you deserve that letter, and he definitely deserves it. And the kids look up to him.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you very much, Wes. Wes will be patrolling the sidelines all game long. This is a little bit different for us, Dylan, as we are not live. So when you are watching this, it will be a recording because, unfortunately, a complete internet outage here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville. We got through 5 of the 6 semifinals between the girls last Sunday, the boys Red Varsity on Wednesday, and the first game here without issue. But unfortunately, that's the way life goes. Fortunately, we will still be here to record all the action and give you all the analysis along the way.
No doubt about that. For all of you watching on demand at home on YouTube, nothing about this game will be any different than your normal J&M Media broadcast experience, other than the fact that at this exact moment in time that you and I are having this conversation, Max, we are not on the airwaves. Obviously, we'll try to get back live.
Hopefully the internet can come up at some point. We're monitoring, and if so, we'll flip to live. But for the rest of this broadcast, continue under the assumption that we are live, and certainly for Lincoln Way and Chicago North, this is very live here.
Yes.
I think if you ask both these teams candidly before the playoffs, do they think they could be here? Maybe, maybe not. They're here. They upset their way. They've deserved every moment of it.
Yeah, and Lincoln Way, you know, it's not just the varsity team that's making upsets. It's their JV team as well. They were the number 15 seed in their the JV state tournament. They took down number 2 Fenwick in the opening round, the Sweet 16. So obviously, you know, maybe inaccurately seeded for Lincoln Way in both the varsity division and the JV division, but they're going to make a case to keep on going here and make another upset happen and maybe head to the United Center.
So we mentioned the path for both these two teams. For Chicago North, in the round of 16, they upset the Cobras, a 4-2 win, and then an instant classic. Heard so much about this game, the round of 8 game for Chicago North, a double overtime, thrilling win over BGHW. Valentino getting that game-winning goal in the second overtime period. Meanwhile, you look at the other side for Lincoln Way. They beat Wheaton West, team that made the state championship last year. They beat them in the round of 16, 3-2. And then an Elite 8 game versus the traditional combined power in Maine. They were able to win 4-2. One of the interesting storylines here for Lincoln Way, they really do have a 1A, 1B situation with Evan Fisk and Chris Alio in net. It's going to be Chris Alio that gets the start here in this crucial semifinal.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about 1A, 1B, these goaltenders each played one game leading up to this Final Four. For all three other teams here in the Final Four, it was the same goaltender playing every game, and Lincoln Way's the only one that switched it up.
So everybody's set underway. Referee getting set to drop the puck. And our final semifinal is now underway here from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. As Lamb drops it deep. Now Nelson, a quick touch pass off the boards, able to chip it back out into center ice. Immediately off the draw, big initial save by Alio. And comes to Murray. Murray, really the straw that makes the drink stir here for Lincoln Way. Captain, points left and right. He's had a goal here in the playoffs as well. They're going to look to him for a lot of leadership and scoring.
Yeah, Max, 59 points, 21 goals, 38 assists in 27 IHSHL West games played.
Here's LeBeau, takes a check right at the blue lines. Lamb came up, keep the action going here for Chicago North. Hennigan trying to play it along. Tucker comes to support. Sharp angle shot goes off the side of the net from Gauger. Shot deflects and just gets behind the net. Sitting on the back of the cage. Emmett Hennigan pops it off, trying to keep play going. Far circle. Here's Lamb, top of the near circle, blocked out in front by Tucker. Another shot from Lamb, but harmlessly turned aside by Alio. Nader trying to play it out, but Watts able to keep it in at the far point. Shot, big save. Alio didn't know where it went. Fortunately, his defense able to clear it out. It was Nader that tried to play a pass off the boards, but was intercepted on its way. This pass misses everybody. A deflection as it came across center ice. Keeps play going. Side of the net. Misses everybody and just leaks out into the neutral zone. Dooley leaves for Geiger. Geiger right back, and he'll drop it deep. He'll go for a change. But before that, he'll give Jaiko a chance on the forecheck, not able to collect. Quick exit from Lincoln Way. Dooley takes it, top of the circle. His shot, looking for a deflection across the other side from Henry Conlin, but wasn't able to get the deflection he was searching for. Played up the far boards. Nick Lang chips it out into the neutral zone. Both teams in a feel-out period here. A bunch of bodies on the ice for Lincoln Way. Was looking around for an arm to go up for too many men, but both referees' arms stay down. Turned over is Owen McGill, able to pick it off, but he'll go for a change, so no sustained pressure there. Schaefer has the puck taken off his stick by an approaching Hennigan. Hennigan really getting after it on the forecheck here early. We're going to get our first penalty of the game. Looks like it's going to be an interference call, or excuse me, a high sticking call. It's going to go against AJ Axelrod.
Max, I think that was our first whistle in about 2 to 3 minutes of game time.
Oh, no, excuse me, not a penalty, just played by high stick. Thought I saw the arm go up and a penalty. No, it is. There goes AJ Axelrod in the box.
Max, you had it right the first time there, but Dylan, yeah, you are right. First stoppage and play about 2 or 3 minutes. Chicago North really being the aggressor here early on in this game.
So it's going to be Lincoln Way that gets a power play opportunity here just a couple minutes into the game. Crucial offensive zone draw here will allow Chicago North to clear. On the rush comes Lang. Lang with speed through the neutral zone, trying to go wide on Watts. He'll go around the goal, looking for Tucker back at the point. Tucker drops it to Murray. Right, gets it right back, just inside the blue line. Murray tries to get it back on a give and go. That was a quick pass from Ty Jackson, but stepping in the way was a North defender. Far point Lang. Now leaves for LeBeau. Back to Lang. Bluffs a shot, but he's getting pressure in his face from Valentino, and Valentino forces it out. Big hand from his faithful.
Max, this special team situation really favors Lincoln Way, as they are 2 out of 4 on the power play in this state tournament. 5 out of 8 on the penalty kill are Chicago North in this state tournament.
Again, able to kill it here with 55 remaining on the power play. Here's Jackson. Tries a centering pass, but nobody there. Diego Conde Espinosa just sticks it aside.
Not to mention 3 shorthanded goals for Lincoln Way on the season as well.
30 to go here on the power play for Lincoln Way, which really hasn't much going in their favor as of yet. Wilson crosses over one man. Now will skate wide on his backhand. Backhanded shot. Espinosa keeps it out. And not able to keep it in at the point was Tucker. He'll have to regroup with 15 to go on the man advantage.
Fantastic individual effort there for Lincoln Way.
Final 8 here, the power play. Tucker carries it in, goes around one man, but has the puck taken off his stick and cleared once again by Chicago North's Captain Hennigan. That'll be the end of the power play. Back to full strength is Chicago North. See the quick hands of Chris Wilson around one man. Lincoln Way brings it in, just barely offsides was Carson Lowe, so we'll come back out in the neutral zone.
Gotta say, Max, I'm loving the jersey matchup here for this game. The Chicago North unis, the colors of the Chicago flag, beautiful. Lincoln Way, love the logo on the shoulder, the socks, everything about it. The black on yellow. I've always loved that black on yellow, kind of like Prep, who we just saw.
These are some crisp uniforms we get to watch all night long here in our final semifinal. J&M Media have been very proud to be the broadcast partner of AHAI. Of course, we're here Sunday morning for the girls' semifinals. Barrington and Loyola will be that first matchup at the United Center on the 19th. We know that Prep awaits the winner of this one, and of course York and New Trier, the Red Varsity State finalists. That game will tip off at 3:30 at the United Center on the 19th. Full day of hockey.
Oh yeah.
And it's certainly great to have the state championship games here in Illinois back at the UC.
And just wait till you guys see what we've got in store for that broadcast.
As Dylan alludes, we'll also be the partners of the state championship game down at the United Center, so we're very much looking forward to that. Dylan will have the play-by-play for the girls' game. I'll be on play-by-play call for Combined and Varsity Red. Wes will join me on both of those as well. Jeremy Ellis will be on color. We got a whole studio show planned, lots coming up for that state championship broadcast coming up on the 19th, just 9 days from today. Here's Darren Rice, has the puck taken off his stick. He leaves the zone now. An odd man opportunity for Chicago North. Gager has the puck taken off his stick. Backhanded shot, still loose in the slot. No follow-up shot that time as Brady drops it below the goal. Best chance of the game by far for Chicago North. There's a 3-on-1. Brady at the point. Thought he was able to keep it in, but just pops out of the zone, so they'll have to clear the zone. And offside's going to be the call.
Get another look at that.
That could be icing. I didn't think that was behind the center ice line. I took my eye off it admittedly. Here's a good look at that save.
Yeah, Max, I'm with you on that one, but they do bring it all the way down. I'm not sure if they're calling it intentional offsides. I really don't see how that would be the case, but
break for Lincoln Way, but not able to take advantage. Coming right back is Chicago North. Over the line is Henry Conlin. Carries it below the goal. He loses an edge. Rice all over him trying to win it, but McGill, Johnny on the spot for North. Can't play it any further than Cam Maleka. Here's McGill. LeBeau able to intercept. Start the transition the other way as he leaves for Lang. Good stick from Augie Watts to slow the rush for Lincoln Way. Here's Conlon, 2-on-3, trying to make something happen as the puck taken off his stick as Mick Tucker stopped him in his tracks. Maleka settles back for Lincoln Way. Pass off the boards. Murray trying to catch up to it. Watts beats him down ice. Gets back up to the point. Here's a shot through a bunch of traffic. Condi Espinosa squeezes the glove. Minus 6:44 left in the first.
And Condi Espinosa, I think he was screened a little bit here. You see Murray get in there. It does come across at the last second to get a glove on that one. Good reactionary save from 0-0 in white.
Watts gets the puck off the draw. Now a chance for Scavone. Scavone overskates the puck. Centering pass. Valentino still trying to get a shot off. Now it gets kicked to the far circle. And away with it comes Ty Jackson. Here's Tucker in his own zone. And try a rink-wide pass. That misses everybody. The linesman's going to wave icing, so the Chicago North player could have played it, so we'll play on. Tucker got able to catch it at the blue line, so he'll have to clear the zone. Here's Jackson. Leaves for Tucker. Tucker's shot blocked. Now Hennigan trying to catch up to the puck, see if he can get offense started. He's got Geiger coming up the slot. Backhanded shot high off the shoulder of Alio. And Jackson able to clear for Lincoln Way.
Nice quick release on that backhand shot out of seemingly nothing. No momentum there, and then all of a sudden he just ripped that thing.
Here's Geiger. He goes around one man again on the backhand. Centering pass. Hennigan, huge save for Alio. And we got a quick whistle. I don't believe that the goal's off its post. That was an extremely quick whistle from that referee behind the goal.
You're right, Max, and you can see clearly on our goal cam that the goal stayed on its post, and the reactions from the Chicago North skaters, I think you're right. I think that's just a quick whistle by the official.
I mean, that at no point was it even close to in control of Alio. So a huge break from Lincoln Way as Chicago North was off and running. Centering pass. Looney couldn't get a good shot off. Geiger. Oh, what a save on the wraparound. Alio looked like he was down and out, but got that right pad to the right post, and we stay scoreless. Here's a follow-up chance. That shot, it was Espinosa that just got a piece of.
Boy, I can't wait to look at that one on the goal cam.
And I get a good look of it at our next puck pause, no question about it. That looked for sure to be the game's first goal. Somehow, Alio got back to that right post. Here's Looney. Takes a hard bounce off the boards. Looney. Finally coming off the half boards is Looney. And that's going to be cleared. Looks like it's going to head right in on Espinosa, so no icing. Now Dema has to turn around and retrieve the puck from below the circle. Max Angston now carries up the left wing. He takes a big hit. Down on the ice he goes. Scavone trying to get it past Dema. He does. Dema was not able to keep it in at the point, and so no icing. Now comes loose to Lamb. Lamb tries to play it forward. Waiting for it was Marty McCauley. Now McCauley with some speed and space up the left wing. Turns on the Jets, goes by one man, shoots. And a smooth, calm glove save from Condi Espinosa.
Marty McCauley.
You can see the scramble here. It's going to be the wrap. Oh, and don't forget about the assist. I think that's a goal if Vince Dema doesn't assist there.
Right. Getting the stick in there.
See it right
joint
back,
effort. Right
back the other way. The shot from Lang just chips over the shoulder of Condi Espinosa. That was all in a sequence of about 15 seconds.
Boy, is that goal cam nice.
One of the great features we have here at J&M Media. Pretty unique at this space. Here's McGill. Centering pass. A shot just wide of the net. It took Chaiko a second to get the shot off. Now Lamb fumbling the puck. Almost a breakaway chance. Inksten finally collects. Tries to drag around one man. Not able to play it any further. Tomlin with speed. Shoots. High fluttering shot. Awkward there as Alio had to use the top of his shoulders. Kind of in between. But able to knock it down and drop on it.
Yeah, Max, awkward is a good word to describe that shot. It sort of looked like a knuckle puck, but in a way it almost didn't. It was saucering a little bit. It just sort of gave the illusion that it was going to go way high, and then it went directly on cage.
Now below the goal, battling it out in the corner. There's Nico Valentino. Comes loose to the circle. Scavone wasn't in a shooting space. Turning, shooting. Van Brogman. And not able to get it past Alio. Up and down the ice they go. Here's Augie Watts. His dump in. Misses everybody. Shot from Axelrod. Knocks down in front. Valentino tried to draw to his backhand, but it's kicked to the corner. Follow up. Scavone's shot. Hits a shin board. Here's Watts. Hits another shin board. Chicago North trying to get shots through, but Lincoln doing a good job of getting in the way. Fast-moving first period here. Already 2:15 left in the first. Haven't had many whistles, maybe only 4 or 5 total throughout this first period.
Yeah, Max, as soon as I took a look at the clock there, I was stunned to see only 2 minutes left.
All the way around the far half wall, Hennigan. He patiently takes the puck off the boards, misses his intended target. Now Murray, he takes a check, trying to play on. Wilson just has the puck fall off his stick. Now Murray down behind the play. He's slow to get to his feet. And that's a scary sight if you're a Lincoln Way fan. Big shot, follow-up shot, heading in too high. Murray finally able to get back to the bench, but we'll certainly keep an eye on that. That would be a huge moment in the game. He's out for any extended period of time.
Yeah, Max, it wasn't that hard of a hit either. I think it just got him in the right spot. And you could see him kind of just curl over there, hoping he's all right.
Looks like he's going to be okay. See him upright on the bench. Hopefully he doesn't miss a shift. Luca Basili tried to play it below the goal. Just trickles out into the neutral zone. Here's Hennigan. Hennigan. He shoots. Goes wide of the net. LeBeau trying to start the rush for Lang. He thought he had a winger coming up his left. Set it deflect to the far boards. He'll just drop it deep, go for a change. Here's Scavone. Scavone will skate wide, trying to go around Tucker. He does. Sharp angle on the back door, waiting for it was Kupfer. Wasn't able to get a good shot off. Scavone in the slot, shoots, but it's deflected wide of the net. Trying to dig it out of the near half wall here. Eventually comes to Lamb. Final couple seconds of the period. That will do it for period number 1. A 0-0 score after 1. Chances galore both ways, but 0-0.
Yeah, Max, similar to our last game, Prep, and the Ice Cats also scoreless after the opening frame. And lots of chances for both these teams. Some incredible saves, especially down there on the Lincoln Way end, but a lot of game left. Still lots going to happen.
So we'll take a breath, come back in just a minute here with second period action coming up on your home for AHAI Hockey YouTube Live. Welcome back live. Second period action here in semifinal number 2 of the Combined Varsity Division here in AHAI. One of these two teams is looking to punch a ticket to face Prep in the state championship game down at the United Center in just 9 days. Wes Anderson down at ice level. Dylan Ward to my right. I'm Max Anderson with the live action call here. Chances galore both ways throughout that first period, but 0 goals to show for it. Van Brodman shot quickly gloved by Alio just 7 seconds into the period.
Yeah, it didn't take long for Chicago North to continue with those shots, as take a look at those shots, 11-4 after the first period in favor of the white and blue. Just 7 seconds into the frame, too. You get the attacking zone faceoff.
It's good to see Tommy Murray skate back out on the ice, take this draw. Took that awkward hit there towards the end of the first period, but not missing a shift. He was 3 in black. Wilson along the near half wall. Bodies collide here in the neutral zone. Scavone trying to play it forward. Here's Valentino's quick snapshot, just missing the near post. Now Wilson in the corner. Chips it along. Here's Murray with speed. Murray tries to drag his backhand. Falls to Wilson, but not able to play it any further. Dema turns it over right as he crosses his own blue line. Hennigan trying to dump it back deep, but Ian Wilson able to take control. Here's Wilson with speed, skates wide, whiffs on the shot, trying to collect below the goal line. Waiting for it back at the point was Darren Rice. He instead gets it more towards the high slot area, shoots, misses, wraparound attempt, puck in front, but taken away, bounces right back to Condi Espinosa. Awkward bounce there, but James Brady was in good position. Else Lincoln Way might have had the first goal of the game.
Yeah, good look for Lincoln Way.
That is great defensive play there from Brady. Tied up the stick, got in good position. 25 in white, Johnny on the spot defensively.
It's anyone's game right now. You know, you look at the shot discrepancies favor Chicago North. I still think that Lincoln Way has that edge.
Face-off draw, trying to chip it out. Was Watts, but kept in near circle. A bit of a dangerous play there from Gager, but he gets away with it. Here's Hennigan. Looney drags the foot to stay onside. He takes a check into the far end wall. Looney in the corner to Hennigan, back up top Watts. Watts winds up, big slap shot, hits someone in front, trickles through to the glove of Alio. 13-11 left in the second.
Great corner cam shot of that. Again, that's Matt Budin on the camera. And yeah, I think that does hit the Lincoln Way player on its way to the net, and it really slows down, giving his teammate Alio in net a chance to make an easy stop.
Here's Lang dropping it deep. Centering pass right on the doorstep. LeBeau couldn't get a shot off. Fouled up shot. Somehow Espinosa got the right pad down to keep it scoreless.
Yeah, I thought that was a sure goal, Max. This will be a good look on the replay. Lincoln Way centers it. Yeah, I mean, you're right. He just gets the pad down, then he lets up that rebound, jumps right on top of it, tracked the puck right after he allowed that rebound to not let them get another quick scoring opportunity.
This game more and more resembling that Loyola York game in the low scoring aspect. Both teams, both goaltenders absolutely locked in. You were with us Wednesday night. All-time semifinal matchup that was. Just a defensive drag out brawl between York and Loyola. And it was Frank Nicosia that got that go-ahead goal for York.
Max,
7 minutes left in the third period.
One of the greatest 1-0 games I've ever seen in my life.
It really was. It was a quality hockey game. I remember remarking after the fact that I don't know that I've ever watched a hockey game where there wasn't one odd man rush by either team. Both teams just so disciplined all night long. Dylan, I know you were on camera duty, so maybe that wasn't as apparent. I know you were locked in over there at the corner cam, did a great job, but yeah, we were remarking to ourselves that we just could not remember a single odd man opportunity the entire night.
Yeah, I got a pretty good feel for that too on the corner cam, because when there were, they were coming right at me.
I mean, a couple times where you saw one developing, you saw the speed of the defenseman just catch up so quickly. Guys like Ryan Cowan for Loyola. Of course, Frank Rosa had an unbelievable game, capped by that empty netter to put the cherry on top for York and punch their first ever state championship appearance for the York Dukes. One of these two teams looking to meet them there and play just before those York Dukes. Here's Jackson, 3-on-2, centering pass. Here's a shot just over the crossbar. Lowe's shot. Couldn't find the back of the net. Centering to Jackson, but he whiffed on a shot attempt. Here's Hennigan in transition. Gets it up to Solomon. Solomon shot. Quick glove save. Follow-up chance. Dropping his glove on his Alio. Almost trickled in. We'll see what kind of replay, and looks like the corner cam got a great shot of it.
Max, what a stop. Elio,
oh my goodness,
lets it bobble over his shoulder, and he doesn't recognize that it's behind him immediately. Takes him a second. That puck keeps rolling. It's going over the line, but he is aware of it just in time to get a glove on it. Max, what a stop.
And the correct call by the referee. That puck was sitting, looked like just about on the edge of the goal line, on the front edge. And like that, we'll stay scoreless. Murray leaves some space for Jackson, who throws it below the goal line. Back to Nader. Nader gets quick pressure, so he's got to give it up to Murray. Here's Jackson, top of the circle. It's Dema. Here's a shot right into the glove of Conde Espinosa. So a right circle draw coming.
Yeah, guys, you talk about the shot discrepancy, and the North's leading that shot total right now, but this Lincoln Way team can score at will. Murray, Lang, LeBeau, Jackson, Wilson combining for 283 points this year, so once they get going, they do not stop. Something to keep in mind as the second period continues.
Yeah, that's a fierce top two lines that this Lincoln Way side can field. You have to get it going. Here's a centering pitch. Huge save from Alio. Again, keeping us scoreless.
It's going to be a goalie battle, isn't it?
Certainly what it seems like. We got Conde Espinosa is absolutely locked in. And Alio paying off his coach's decision to play him over Fisk in this semifinal so far.
And that's a great move to pull that ahead by Shane Looney. As you can see him go, I think he goes between the legs there and then throws it in front, the tip by Gager. And Alio comes up clutch again. And yeah, there's another look at that play.
Yeah, no shortage of offensive talent and power. This has been about the goaltenders making spectacular save after spectacular save. And I'll add in the luck element for Alio, who had that one go through his glove and almost trickle in. But other than that, it's been spectacular stop after spectacular stop.
We're not even halfway through regulation. It could easily be 3-3 right now.
No doubt about it. McCauley lets that go by him. I don't think he touched it, so it's going to be icing. We'll head back to the Lincoln Way zone.
Wes, do you remember the craziest save you ever made in your playing career?
Dylan, I do. Funny enough, it was
in this rink? Is that what you're about to say?
It was not in this rink. It was in the national quarterfinal game against the home team. Stopped at 3-0 to keep it 2-1. Late in the third period, we actually ended up winning that game. So,
anybody got a clip of that?
I wish they did, but you know, back in 08, they didn't have all the smartphones that we have today. So
no live barn at that time.
Exactly.
All the nice equipment we have here at J&M
No
Media
goalie cam either.
to bring you usually live hockey. 9:30 to go here in the second. Yeah, Wes down on the bench all night, our goaltending expert here at J&M Media. We lean on him heavily when it comes to all that analysis specifically about goaltenders, although I know he fancied himself a skilled position player at one point. Here's Conlon. Leaves, shot, deflects. Oh, that deflected completely opposite side of the net than where Alio thought it was going. Another shot. Conlon can't get the deflection. Follow up from Axelrod. McGill back to the point, Conlon. Conlon drops it below the goal. Here's Chyko. Chyko, good stick lift, but couldn't get any past Luca Basili, excuse me. Watts in the back skate. Eventually it's played by Lang, so the offsides is he was a little bit ahead of the puck.
You see Chicago North's bench right now. It's a live look in. Coaches know that they are dominating shots in this game. They know that they are close to getting one by Alio.
That one goes off the helmet of Schaefer and ricochets into his own bench. You know, there's sometimes 0-0 games, Dylan, and halfway through the game where you think, you know, I think one might do it. I do not get that feeling tonight. These offenses are too high-flying where I don't think one eventually is going to do it. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but this doesn't feel like one of those defensive-dominated 0-0 games.
Right. I mean, that's like what I said. It could be 3-3. The offense, look out.
That goes into the seating section to our left here. Gotta keep your head on a swivel. No netting, thankfully for our viewership, I know, as we don't have to contest with that netting in our cameras. I know that makes Jimmy the Wiz happy.
Max, I'll never forget when I was in high school and I was broadcasting a game at the old Glenview Ice Center. I was up there, no netting at that barn, and a puck came flying at me and a pole blocked it. If that pole wasn't there, it was going right for my face.
And you would have ate that puck, and you would have been right back on the call, right, Dylan?
Exactly.
McCauley and Martin in the corner battling for it. Trying to pry it free is Kupfer. Eventually comes across. Here's a shot blocked by Tucker. Nick Tucker has blocked 4 or 5 shots already here tonight. This one's going to swing all the way around and back down behind the North goal line. So the icing, offensive zone draw coming for Chicago North.
Guys, we've highlighted both goalies tonight, and they've been spectacular, but let's give some credit to the defense in front of them. Max, you just mentioned a shot block by Lincoln Way, and I've got to say on the other side too, Chicago North has done a great job in front of Espinoza, getting in front of shooting lanes and helping their goaltender out as well.
Yeah, a bunch of blocked shots down there. They're certainly trying to do the most they can for Alio, but it certainly has been ice tilted down here towards Lincoln Way most of the day. We'll see if Lincoln Way can now put some pressure back the other way. Trying to drag around, one man was low. Centering pass, bouncing around still in front of Conde Espinosa. And that's really been the most dangerous chances Lincoln Way's had, is they've been whipping the puck right in front. It's been bouncing around, hitting skates, bodies, gloves, sticks, whatever it is. Conde Espinosa just continues to track the puck very well.
Yeah, we've seen them go for a couple wraparounds. We've seen them try that centering pass, as you mentioned. And really, Espinosa's just being forced to make quick saves, like reactionary saves that, you know, he doesn't realize he has to make a stop 0.5 seconds before he has to.
Scavone trying to chip it forward. Instead comes to Murray. Murray gets it over to Jackson. Jackson's shot hits the shin boards of Lamb. Brady cuts off the angle for Murray. Nader's going to trip down from his defensive spot, but not able to get it much farther than where they were before. Murray with a good stick lift, gets a steal, but can't carry it forward. Had to touch up, so he couldn't touch the puck.
Max, we still have only seen that one penalty to Chicago North. Lincoln Way 0 for 1 on the power play, but besides that, it's been a pretty clean game.
Here's Nader. Cuts in. He's got 2 Chicago North forwards on his back. Murray with a big hit. Puts down Gabriel von Bodman. Now Murray on to Jackson. Rink wide, low shot, blocked. Now point blank Murray, but his back was to the goals. Couldn't get a shot off. Comes back to McTucker. Tucker, here's low. Shot, follow up, still loose in the slot. Trying to wrap around attempt. No goal! Couldn't get it to go. And another one I expect to have a great look at here from the goal cam.
And the goaltender says what's up to the Lincoln Way student section after making that stop. It's a wraparound attempt.
Oh my goodness, I don't know that it would have gone in as it was kind of parallel with the goal line. Oh, what a missed opportunity here on the wraparound attempt. It was Connor LeBeau, and it just rolled. Oh, and can't forget about the sprawling attempt right at the last second. I think it was Augie Watts who was trying to get in the way of it.
And you know, LeBeau, he thought that was a goal. He was celebrating. I mean, just what a moment there.
I think it was the glove of Augie Watts that he kind of wedged between the goalpost and the puck not to let it go. I'm sure we'll take multiple more looks at that. Another just incredibly close chance, but we are still scoreless.
What a game, guys.
Looney gets the puck through the neutral zone. Hennigan's able to hold off for no offsides. Watts now following it. He chips it towards net. Point blank chance. Looney scores! Watts off the pads of Alio, and Looney finally breaks the scoring drought. It's 1-0 Chicago North.
Shane Looney's at the exact place he needed to be right there. Second place on his team in points, 24 on the year, 9 goals. And you can see it just comes to those near side half boards, takes a deflection, and then all he has to do is pull it to his forehand and gets his first point of this AHAI State tournament.
And a really smart play there by Augie Watts. He didn't have much of an angle, but he kept the puck low. It forced a pad save there from Alio, who kicked it right to Looney. And all Looney had to do was make sure he didn't mess it up. And he put it in the back of the net. Here's another shot from Watts. Gets another deflection from Looney. And they're just going to say it was played by a high stick, so it's a break for Lincoln Way. They're going to get an offensive zone draw out of it.
Still a lot of hockey to be played. This game is far from over as Lincoln Way is going to continue that forecheck, continue pressuring, continue shots on net as they have been. They've had so many great looks. They just got to find a way to beat Espinosa.
McGill able to win the draw, back to Watts. Tries to clear it up off the boards. Maleka's shot well wide of the far post. Rise pinches in to try to keep it going here for the Black Sweaters. That's going to miss everybody and be icing, so Chicago North going to get another offensive zone draw, and Lincoln Way going to get another offensive zone draw in the Chicago North zone.
Yeah, and that's all Lincoln Way needs right now is just more looks in the attacking zone. They've had a good night at the faceoff dot, so if they can win it back to their defensemen, they could get something going. Maybe a good passing play, find a hole in the goaltender. That's just what they do.
Here's Maleka across the rise. His shot, another sprawling save from Conde Espinosa. And Wes, as our goaltender expert, Conde Espinosa having a heck of a game, but he also likes to flash it a little bit, likes to make sure his opponent knows that he made a good save.
Max, I was thinking the same thing. Sometimes you got to show that offense that's coming at you, just what they threw right at you. And Espinosa's doing that tonight, but he has been tracking the puck quite well.
Confident in net is 0-0. Centering pass misses everybody. Comes to Maleka, winds up, shot. Knocked down by Van Bodman. Now 3-on-2 if they hurry for Chicago North. But Valentino not able to play a pass forward. Lincoln Way able to turn it right back around. Here's Solomon. Gets to Valentino. Van Bodman shot wild and fluttering over the crossbar. Centering pass, gets a deflection. Huge save from Alio, who had to use his stick to make sure the second goal of the game didn't go in for Chicago North.
What a night it's been for Alio. We've been highlighting the goaltenders, but
huge hit there on the far half wall as Van Bodman trying to get the physical play started. Another hit right here on the blue line. Hitting starting to pick up. Wilson has the puck taken off his stick. On comes Dooley. Dooley's shot. It's a couple of sticks on the way. Bounces out. Trying a centering pass. Almost threw that off the back of Alio and into the net. Fortunate bounce there from Lincoln Way, and they're able to clear. Kupfer lets the puck go, gets it deep. Solomon trying to collect. Now gets stuck in the corner. Chaiko trying to stuff attempt from a sharp angle. And saw the referee going for that whistle quick again.
Notice the same thing, Max.
Well, the puck was nowhere near secured. And we did Jeremy Ellis on for the Red Varsity game. Here's a chance for Lang, and that puck skates a little bit wide, so wasn't able to get much on it. Stuff attempt. Espinosa drops his glove on it, but Jeremy Ellis will be doing color for the state championship game as well. He's a coach. He's also a referee, so brings that perspective to the broadcast. One of the things he talked about is it's really important in those situations for the refs below the goal line to be, or I'm sorry, above the goal line, towards the top of the play, communicating with the guy below the goal, saying things like free, 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 because clearly those pucks are free and we're almost getting whistles out of it.
Yeah, and especially when one doesn't see a penalty. We see it all the time in high school hockey when a trailing ref will call a penalty that takes place right in front of a different referee's face that maybe he had just missed.
So one thing to keep in mind, certainly as we go along here, the latter parts of the second period. Hennigan trying to double the lead for Chicago North. Good poke check for Tucker, slows the rush. Eventually chipped out. Here's LeBeau. Watts back to play it. Good stick from Watts to throw off the rhythm for Lang. Augie Watts, who had the assist on the first goal, getting his stick in the way. Almost overskates this one. He does. LeBeau able to keep the action going for Lincoln Way. Now a point-blank chance again. Espinosa comes up with the save, but behind the play, looks like Finley Gager really slow to get to his feet. He's been down on the ice now for a good 10 or 15 seconds.
Yeah, we'll look at the shot again here, and interesting. It looks like Espinosa pinned it up against the iron with his skate blade. And good news for Chicago North is it looks like Gager is making his way off, limping while he's heading to the bench, but hopefully he'll be all right. We'll keep our eye out for him here in the later portions of this game, but maybe sit for the end of the second period, get that break in the locker room, and we'll see what happens.
Face-off draw to come to the left of Conde Espinosa. Langston below the goal, trying to get it out in front. A lot of jostling in front as Owen McGill is trying to dig out. Schaefer from setting up in front of the paint, still battling in the corner. Eventually McGill is able to swing it around. Chaiko trying to play it off. He takes a check with 90 seconds to go in the period. Wilson, looked like Wilson kept that in. Hand went up to no effect as they're able to clear. Here's Chaiko. Here's Tucker, whips it off the boards, chips over the stick of Lamb. Urganis chips it back out into the neutral zone. Final minute of play here in the second period. Lone tally, courtesy of Shane Looney, just a couple of minutes ago here in the second period.
Still just that one penalty too, Max. It's been a not too busy of a night for the iPad down there.
Valentino, final 30, skates into the slot, leaves for Van Bodman, but he couldn't get a shot off. Now Lincoln Way trying to respond here at the end of the period. Shot from Angston, Murray couldn't control it. And Van Bodman one more time, he's gonna shoot that one wide of the net. Follow-up chance, Lamb's shot, had to be a save from Aleo. Another follow-up chance, another save. It's loose in the crease, couldn't stuff it home was Van Bodman. Final three, gonna get one more chance off, backhanded shot, and it's swallowed up by Aleo. And certainly we'll get Wes to get an update on the shots, but Chris Aleo keeping his team in the game over and over here in the second period. Just bouncing around the feet, fortunately, for Lincoln Way, able to clear it out.
Not much time here to make anything happen. I would expect a shot off this face-off.
In fact, they pulled Espinosa because no way that puck gets down, but nothing gets towards net. So after two, it's a 1-0 lead for Chicago North. And for Lincoln Way. They're going to have to look to muster some offense in the third period. Weren't able to get a whole lot in that second period. Much more control there from Chicago North in the second.
Yeah, and you know, Chicago North is the team that should have the lead in this game based on what we've seen through 2 periods, but Lincoln Way has kept it really close, and Elio has had one of the best goaltending performances I've seen in a while in terms of the quality of the saves that he's making down there. And you see it on the scoreboard. He's only allowed 1, and for a lot of goaltenders, that's a good stat to only have 1 goal allowed after the first and second period, but unfortunately his offense needs to get going.
We'll take a timeout, let the ice clear here. Come back with third period action in our final semifinal here from the Edge in Bensonville. 1-0 the score after 2. We'll come back in just a couple of moments right here on your home for AHAI Hockey YouTube Live.
Starting the goals. 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 Starting the goals.
Welcome back. Third period action about to get underway here in Game 2 of the Combined Varsity Semifinals here at the Edge Ice Arena. Wes Anderson down at ice level. Dylan Ward to my right. I'm Max Anderson here at the game action call for you and the rest of the J&M Media Network crew. It's a 1-0 Chicago North lead through 2 periods. No shortage of chances. The only one completed by Looney makes it a 1-0 Chicago North lead.
No shortage of chances is right, Max, but the goaltenders here tonight have been the story on both ends, making incredible save after incredible save, as you just saw a bunch during our highlight show in the second intermission.
So with that, we're going to send it down to the Lincoln Way bench where Dave Dingle's going to look to try to get his team back in it. Wes, go ahead.
Thanks, Max. Coach, just talk about Christopher Alio. 18 saves through 2 periods, really keeping your team in the game so far.
Yeah, he's played a nice game. We just got to push a little harder on the other end, and their goalie's made some great saves too on the front end. So.
Yeah, you talk about pushing a little bit harder. You're only down 1 goal. What do you guys need to do on the offensive end to tie this up?
Well, I think, they stretch the ice a lot and dump it deep, and we've got to get on the defensive side of that and push the puck a little harder up the ice and hopefully make our own chances. So they played a good game so far.
All right, good luck in the third, Coach. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. And certainly Chris Alio, we talked about it, him and Evan Fisk, really 1A, 1B in this Lincoln Way side. Both have gotten starts here in the state playoffs, but it's Alio that got the nod and certainly validating that coach's decision at this point.
Yeah, Max, and in the West League, 4.03 goals against average, 782 save percentage. Not the standout stats that you might expect after seeing this performance, but just an unbelievable game here tonight.
And Dave Dingle really talked about him being the hot goaltender going into this matchup, and I don't think there's any doubt we've seen that. But can it take this Lincoln Way team all the way to the United Center? He's going to need some help from his mates up front if that's going to happen. 15 minutes between one of these two teams and a date at the United Center. Here's Valentino off the draw. A quick shot, pops over the crossbar. Laying there to try to reverse flow. Eventually comes out to Rise. So Chicago North not wasting any time trying to put more pressure on this Lincoln Way side. Here's Lang. He gets shoulder. That's going to be a penalty against Scavone. He threw a hard shoulder, and Nick Lang is down in some pain. That was an awkward angle, awkward hit. Everybody gathers around, taking a look. Slowly rolling to his feet, but dangerous hit in the corner. You always worry about that. 2 skaters going pretty much full speed down there in the corner, and just kind of caught him a little off balance. Scavone's going to head to the box. We'll see if that's only 2.
Yeah, and Max, something kind of interesting is as Alio was skating off in favor of the extra attacker on the delayed call, he wasn't sprinting to the bench. He was gliding to the bench, and on his way you can kind of see him going palms up, saying, how come there's not a whistle yet? Clearly my teammate's in pain. He never even made it to the bench before they finally blew the whistle.
So Lang down there now sitting on his backside, so he's up on alert, so no worries about anything super dangerous. He's upset right now. Hopefully he can find his way back into this game, but for Lincoln Way, Lang's had a really nice game thus far. He's been active all over the ice. That would be a loss for this Lincoln Way side. He's unable to continue.
You can see him. He definitely looks in pain, Max, but I think even more so he looks frustrated and angry, almost as if he knows that might be the end of this game for him.
We saw that in the Game 1 of New Trier-Stevenson semifinal. Dylan Jete was lost in his very first shift of that game. Lang is going to skate right to the locker room. Good to see him on his feet. Or is he? Well, he's going to head to the locker room, at least for the moment. We'll see if he's going to be able to rejoin the game. So 14:26 here left in the third period.
And also it looks like Chicago North players being ejected from the game. Adam Axelrod.
No, Scavone, I believe, 78. That got the initial penalty. It's going to be a 5-minute major against Scavone. Jimmy, can we cue up that hit? I mean, obviously not great to see at any point a player have to leave the ice due to injury, but that is an incredibly significant penalty for the fate of this game.
Major. Literally a 5-minute major. I mean, Lincoln Way is going to have an unbelievable opportunity right here on the power play.
All right, well, I'm getting overruled by our technical director saying we're not going to show a replay. He did not like the way it looked. Of course, you can rewind your YouTube and see it for yourself. But a incredibly significant moment, and you know that Kevin Dole wants an explanation. Wes, what are you hearing down there on the bench on the Chicago North side?
Yeah, guys, it's a mix of an awkward fall and a hit to boot. I think Lang there just kind of got the brunt of a bad end there. Not necessarily a 5-minute major in the eyes of, I guess, the North fans, but we put the refs in a tough position, especially around the inboards down there like that.
So as good as Conde Espinosa has been all night long, it's a 5-minute major, folks. And don't forget, with a 5-minute major, even if they score once in the case of Lincoln Way, that doesn't end the power play. They get a full 5 minutes of a 5-on-4 advantage here in what is an incredibly...
Just for you guys watching at home, 9:26 on your clock is when this power play is going to end.
So Conde Espinosa has been so good all night long. For Chicago North, Nicholas Scavone has been ejected from this game for the hit. An initial clear here as Valentino is able to get it down ice.
Good start for Chicago North on this penalty kill. This is big for them. They know that this game can turn in an instant.
Here's Murray trying to get the offense started for Lincoln Way. They've had chances, just have not been able to find the back of the net. Murray up to Tucker. Now Murray trying to cross over Lamb, not able to. Lamb can't get it out. Kept in at the point by Tucker. He'll drop it back deep. Watts winds up, trying to clear it out along the boards and able to. 4:12 left on the power play. And if you're Chicago North, of course you've got dreams of killing off this entire 5-minute power play. It's certainly within the cards, but at the worst, if you're a Chicago North fan, you're hoping only one goes. Here's Murray, carries in, looking for an angle. He'll drop to the point. A shot, hits bodies in front, still bouncing around. Jackson couldn't get a follow-up shot on. Now from a sharp angle, gives to Murray below the goal. LeBeau outside the near circle. Leaves from Murray, the puck rolls off Murray's stick. Able to recover. Jackson cycles again below the goal, back up top to McTucker. Tucker turns, shoots, hits a body in front, comes to Dooley. Dooley able to clear it out off the boards and down. 3:15 to go on the power play.
As they're calling for a change here, I think that's the first time that this number 1 power play unit stepped off the ice, so almost a full 2 minutes there for the number 1 unit.
Here's Wilson leading the rush on the second unit. He gets turned around as he enters the zone. Lincoln Way side was looking for maybe a hooking call, but they're not going to get it here. Already 2+ minutes gone on this power play for Lincoln Way. They really haven't had much to show for it at this point. Have to get a shot on net. And again, cleared deep by Hennigan. Tucker around one man. He's got some space through the neutral zone. His hands tugged on, but he's able to play forward. Not able to get past Watts. Again, it falls to Chico, who, with a little bit of speed and space, opts to hold it for a little bit. Fire it deep. Wilson to collect. Low now trying to battle through the neutral zone. Can't. And again, put deep by McGill.
Excellent kill here by Chicago North in these first 3 minutes of it. Still 2 to go, but they've been doing the job right.
Darren Rise can't get it past his own blue line. Gets to Wilson. You can see North just clogging up the neutrals and making it a tough entry. And Lincoln Way is yet to show the inclination to want to dump it deep and go dig it out of the corners on this power play. I think as long as Lincoln Way tries to stick handle through the defense, they're going to have trouble holding on to the puck in the offensive zone. 1:31 to go here on the power play. Again turned over and again dumped down by Lamb. This time we're going to get a penalty here on the follow-up by Lincoln Way. So what a momentum builder now for Chicago North as the last 1:16 of the major penalty is going to be played on the 4-on-4, and then Chicago North will head to the power play.
Yeah, huge opportunity for Chicago North, and especially after killing that penalty. I mean, they did a great job, and honestly, if that 1:16 was played out in that 5-on-4, I think they would have gotten the job done. They were just, you said it, Max, clogging up the neutral zone. Even when Lincoln Way stepped over the blue line, they were just getting bodies in the way of everything.
So 4-on-4 for a minute 16. Lots of open ice here, pond hockey. Don't get as much 4-on-4 hockey at the high school level. Always good when we get a little extra room on the ice. Now on comes Connor LeBeau. LeBeau then trying to stick handle his way into the offensive zone. Drops it back to Rise. Rise across with some space, top of the circle. Shoots! Still loose side of the net. Squirts out the back end, but nobody on the back door for Lincoln Way and cleared once more. That'll be icing, so Lincoln Way at least will get an offensive zone draw out of it with 43 to go, 4-on-4.
Yeah, the icing now that we're back to equal strength. Still 43 seconds to go in this 4-on-4 situation, so quite a bit of time to have that open ice before Chicago North takes over on the power play. So Lincoln Way, great opportunity to score right here.
This puck chipped across to Maleka. Drop below to Murray. Murray in the corner by himself, trying to pry free of Dooley. Dooley using his body to slow down the captain for Lincoln Way. Swings it across to Rise. Top of the circle shot, blocked out in front by Hennigan. Now Watts chipped along the boards. Valentino trying to whack it out of his own zone. Maleka able to keep it in. His pass across ice has no one on the other end. And cleared, 12 seconds to go, 4-on-4. Lincoln Way just not adjusting right now to the clogging of the blue line that Chicago North is doing as Watts draws to his forehand and almost makes it 2-0. 40 seconds of power play now for Chicago North. $9:10 to go, and it's already been a relatively controversial third period here. We had an ejection by the way of Nicholas Scavone. Cross ice Watts, lots of room, shoots, blocked out in front. That took a piece of Luca Basili on its way, and Basili just hobbling back to the bench but keeping his team in it. Now Looney carries into the zone, into the high slot, gives up far side. Gager, his shot just misses the near post. Lamb trying to hustle to keep the rush going for Chicago North. Good stick lift by Gager. Bouncing around the corner, Van Bodman trying to pry it free. Looney waiting for it. Eventually it's going to be cleared. That's going to be icing as the penalty had ended about 10 seconds ago. So a break there for Chicago North. They'll head right back into the offensive zone.
Lincoln Way running out of time here to get this game tied up at the very least. Only 8:18 to go, and it looked bright at the start of this period. They're going to have a little bit more work to do.
Puck comes to Dooley. His shot from the point off the skate of Michael Martin. Now Schaefer trying to carry it out of the zone. Eventually, no, can't chip it out. Four bodies coming together in the corner trying to win a puck. Eventually comes to Dooley. Dooley's shot from outside the near circle gets deflected into the far corner. Kept in at the point, at least for the moment, by Urganis. Falls to Dooley. His shot off the shinboard of Schaefer, and they get stuck up in the roof. And we're going to offensive zone draw coming for Chicago North.
Halfway through this third period, it's going to be interesting to see the chances that Lincoln Way starts taking. They're in an elimination situation. Obviously, for both these teams, league playoffs has come to a close. You're talking about moving on or being done, and especially for the seniors on both sides, this could be the last dance.
Puck loose in the bottom of the circle. Comes to Chaiko. His shot has to be blockered away by Alio, but right into the slot. Nobody from Chicago North could jump on top of it. Volleyed off the boards and back out into center ice. Finally, Lincoln Way able to flip the tables here and get back into the offensive zone. Played along, backhanded pass, backdoor. Oh, what a stop there. Combination of Espinosa and Watts. Looked like that came out of the zone, but linesman says no. Now Murray pinned against the boards. AJ Axelrod trying to escort the puck out for Chicago North. Try to go up the middle, he turns it over to Jackson. Here's Jackson, the slot, shoots. And you just feel like he took a beat too long to get a shot off there, Dylan. He had a prime chance in the slot.
Max, you took the words out of my mouth.
Well, I hate to take your job like that, Dylan, but I think it was very apparent he needed to get that shot off. Maybe the best chance we've seen for Lincoln Way here in the last period and a half.
Definitely. That was their biggest opportunity.
And if you're Chicago North, those are the type of touch passes off the walls that you can't be affording at this point in the game. Almost gave Lincoln Way a chance to tie this one up. Here's Wilson. He calms things down, gives to Jackson. Jackson up the ice to Basili. As Watts whips it off the boards and out. But coming right back is Nader. Nader with some space. He's got LeBeau on the back door, but he couldn't get it to him.
Great play by the stick there to get the puck off of Lincoln Way's possession.
Here's Lowe below the goal. He misses his intended target, but it's collected by Tucker. And his pass, errant, goes all the way down for an icing with 5:27 left in the third.
Guys, a couple stick taps for number 5 in white, Augie Watts, as he hops back on the ice. 3 shot blocks on that last shift, and a great stick to prevent a great offensive opportunity for Lincoln Way. So coach puts him right back on the ice, trying to get a little bit more offensive momentum here for Chicago North.
Yeah, Augie Watts has been getting it done all night long. He's got the primary assist on their only goal. Offensively and defensively, just been shutting things down for the Chicago North side. Centering pass, no one on the back door for North. Now, 2-line pass to Lowe, but has it poked off his stick. Connor LeBeau carries into the offensive zone. He's got Lowe trailing behind him. It's cut off. Watts swings it around, but not out. Here's LeBeau below the goal, trying a centering pass, but couldn't get it to Murray. Another centering, that takes a crazy bounce, but not on net. Under 5 to go. Clock is ticking for this Lincoln Way side to find a game tire. Looks like that would have been offsides. It was offsides. And you can see a little bit of frustration starting to build on the Lincoln Way side.
We'll keep a close eye down to our right. Christopher Elio. Usually you see the goaltender pull happen a lot earlier here in these playoff games when your season's on the line. So it'll be interesting to see when head coach Dave Dingle will decide to do that.
Here's McCauley. Drops it back into the offensive zone. Hard off the boards and out by Watts. Deflected, so no icing. Hennigan wins the race. Centering pass, but nobody there for North. Schaefer loses an edge. Turns it over. Hennigan able to keep it in. He'll drop it deep. Now pressuring is Gager. He almost forced a turnover in a high danger area. Comes to Looney. Leaves for Gager. Across to Dooley. Dooley top of the circle as his shot blocked out in front by Rise. Now Augie Watts. Plays ahead to Gager to Hennigan. Hennigan clearing some space here. Tries a shot towards net. Leaves it for Dooley. Dooley fires it around the boards. Comes to Watts. He fires it right in. Stopped dangerously there by Rise on a pretty swift shot. Just use the stick. That can be dangerous in your own zone. McCauley wins it below the goal line. Centering pass just out of the reach of Abe Acosta. Now another shot. Deflects off Jackson's skate, but not on net. Rise hard off the boards. And Gager takes it in the neutral zone. He'll just fire it deep. Fresh bodies coming onto the ice for Chicago North with 3 minutes to go. Murray can't draw around one man, and what an incredible defensive job Chicago North has done on him. We Dylan, you detailed earlier, and West did as well, the high flying scoring for this Lincoln Way side, but they have been shut down offensively here tonight. Conde Espinosa, a huge part of that. Augie Watts defensively doing his part. He winds up, huge slap shot. Glove save and falling on it. And Aleo didn't like the extra attention, and I didn't find anything wrong with that on the part of Alex Kupfer. I think that might be some frustration on Aleo's part.
See how it develops. First that great save, then he hops over the rebound.
Oh, there you go. Maybe a little bit of a dig. Okay, Aleo's got a little bit more of a case than I thought.
Alex Kupfer just races in there, and I think that puck was clearly frozen.
If I didn't acknowledge that, Wes would have been all over me, as he would have wanted assault and arrest on that.
Hey, we like to protect our goalies here, all right?
2:28 to go. It's getting to crunch time. We'll keep a close eye on the net of Aleo. Here's Von Bodman.
Student section has come to their feet here.
See if there's anything they can do to will their side to a win. Wilson carries it forward, checked off the puck. Murray carries it forward, but not able to get anywhere past the first line of defense. Jackson tries to swing it aside. That's going to be an icing against Chicago North, and this is sometimes where you'll see a timeout with an offensive zone draw under 2 minutes to go, but I see Dave Dingle give the universal "we'll keep playing" signal. No, then he followed it up with a timeout signal, so we'll have a timeout. And Lincoln Way's going to talk it over on the bench.
Max, I was just about to say this is going to be my Eddie Olczyk moment, and I was going to predict that Lincoln Way was going to call a timeout right there, and you said it before me.
This is usually the scenario. You get a offensive zone draw under 2 minutes, down by a goal. You see varying opinions on this. Some that say they want their goaltender about halfway to the bench, and as soon as they win the draw, to sprint to the bench, and if they were to lose it, could kind of shuffle back to his net. Wes, I know in your playing days, what was the more preferred route that in your mind? Was it the kind of halfway to the net, make sure that your team wins that draw, or do you prefer a 6-on-5 here?
I always preferred win the draw, make sure you secure the puck first. The worst thing you can do is pull the goalie before you get puck possession, and then it's an easy goal going back the other way. So I think Coach Dingle on the Lincoln Way side, he's going to draw something up. Expect Aleo to be a brown-nosed hash marks, and as soon as Lincoln Way retains possession, he's going straight to the bench.
And if you thought Conde Espinosa was feeling any pressure, he is dancing along here with Sweet Caroline. He is as loose as it comes.
Jimmy, maybe we can get a shot of the Chicago North bench. He's singing along, mouthing the words.
And now he's pumping his team up. Again, I think we all understand why Conde Espinosa wears a letter in net for his team. He's a leader, and at every given moment, he's still having fun down there on the bench.
Guys, he almost went back to the net without his mask, so you know he's fired up.
The rare 0-0.
So full 6 attackers on the ice here for Lincoln Way. Pulled goalie. 1:58 to go for a chance to go play at the United Center. Won cleanly by North and played out of the zone. That's going to be offsides if anyone from Lincoln Way's side touches it, but they got an empty net. Tucker able to get in the way. Missed Tucker. Chicago North thinks that should have been an icing waved, but that's a break for Lincoln Way as Tucker whiffed on the attempted block there.
Yeah, he's probably pretty happy that he didn't make any contact with that puck. Otherwise, he could have deflected it into the net inadvertently, or he would just have had to come back up into the zone on a rush instead of just having the luxury of an attacking zone face-off.
Face-off this time tied up. Murray not able to keep, was just able to keep it in the zone. Here's Murray, turns, shoots, blocked by Watts. Jackson able to collect for Lincoln Way. And a sharp angle, looking for an outlet, drops it below the goal. Centering pass, bouncing around the slot. Follow-up shot from Tucker. Still loose side of the net. LeBeau turned aside by Espinosa. It's another centering pass. Espinosa's without his goal stick. Nader's shot, blocked out in front. Here's Hennigan with an empty net. Can he put the icing on? He shoots. Off the post. Follow-up from Looney. He scores! Shane Looney gets the empty netter. And Chicago North up 2-0 And they can smell the United Center.
Well, guys, Shane Looney with his second goal of the hockey game as he goes down the handshake line. It was kind of similar to his first goal. He was in the right place at the right time. Chicago North comes down, hits the post on the empty net, and you can see Looney right there. He does have to come over to his left a little bit there, but then he chips it into the net with ease and gets the second goal of the game.
So Prep awaits, and with 1 minute to go, a 2-goal lead here for Chicago North. The 6th seed in this combined division. A huge win over BGHW in double overtime just to get here. And it's looking increasingly like we'll have a 6 seed versus a 1 seed as our matchup in the combined division. Battle below the goal, final 30 here, pops out in front. Once again cleared. This one's going to go all the way down for icing with 24 seconds to go. So maybe one last gasp as Alio heads back to his bench. It'll be 6 attackers for Lincoln Way.
Guys, I'm not going to say the S word out loud, but
I think Wes might come up here and tackle you if you did.
No, we don't say the S word out loud, Dylan.
We did have a 0 goals allowed performance in game 1 for Prep. Looks like we could get back-to-back.
24 seconds to go. Face-off draw to the right of Espinosa. Murray in the draw, wins it cleanly. Nader shoots, blocked out in front. Sharp angle, here's Jackson. Takes it off the stick of LeBeau, trying to chip it out as Hennigan. Watts now, pinned against the boards. Here's Murray. His shot deflected, final 10. We're gonna get a late penalty here against Chicago North. Cross-check's gonna be the call, so Looney doing his best couple of goals. He takes a late penalty with 6.2 to go.
Well, if anything would spoil that S word, maybe it's a power play goal with 6 seconds left, but Chicago North's on their way.
Italy 6-on-4 action here.
Why not?
6.2 to go. It would be just about a miracle to be able to get 2 goals in 6 seconds. Played forward and out. Here's a shot from Nader across to Tucker. The shot, he scores! So with 0.6 to go, Dylan Ward's just going to take his headset off and head home now.
Hey, I didn't say it.
But it's going to be all but academic here with 0.6 to go. The ultimate scoreboard move.
Max, the caster's curse is a real thing. I don't know how, but it just seems to always happen. I thought
2-1.
I thought I was okay.
2-1 the score here. And all that Chicago North really needs to do here is just fall on this face-off. They do, and they're headed to the United Center. Chicago North versus Prep, 1 o'clock at the United Center on the 19th. That's your combined varsity matchup. What a game, 2 goals for Looney, an incredible performance from Conde Espinosa, a shutout for 49 minutes, or 44 minutes and 59.4 seconds.
Conde Espinosa, I am so sorry when you watch this back. I will say on the record, I didn't say the word.
At the end of the day, I'm sure Diego Conde Espinosa will be the first one to tell you the one that matters is that he won his team the game, and he's headed to the United Center to play in a state championship game here at the combined varsity level. We've got Wes Anderson down at ice level to get all the game sound, but really just a dominating goaltender performance all the way around. Alio was incredible in net. Just the 1 goal given up by him. Of course, the second one being an empty netter. He was just so solid in net, made some huge saves to keep them in the game.
You know what's wild there, Max, is the empty netter goes down as the game-winning goal with that goal at the very end. So if they hadn't gotten that, we could be looking at a tie game.
See Nick laying down on the ice, joining his teammates. He's got that left hand completely wrapped up. It's certainly not an easy scene for his team, as he was missed most of the second half of this game. But for Chicago North, the celebration just getting started. We'll send it down to Wes Anderson, who's got Kevin Dole next to him. He's headed to a state championship game.
Thanks, Max. Coach, take us through your mind. You get that 5-minute major, about 3 minutes into the third period. What's going on? What's your message to the team at that point?
No, that was a tough one. I mean, tough call, tough break. It's just a hockey play that, I mean, it's a scary situation. We don't want to see that ever, but our guys kind of took it on their shoulders, and the PK, 4 guys that were out there every time, essentially took control of that whole PP. We didn't give them much, so that was great to see. They just kind of took it over and put it on their own backs.
I can see you're getting a little bit emotional. I was talking to your assistant coach. You guys didn't register for the state tournament last year. You're finally on your way to the United Center this year. Just tell me how it feels.
Oh, this is great. I'm so excited for these guys. It's a great group of guys. Honestly, they're easy to coach because they hold each other accountable. It's that culture we like to talk about, that it starts with the guys. It starts with the guys and girl on that team, and accountability, expectations. This is what we said from the start of the season, and hey, we're here, so it's good.
Congratulations, Coach. Go enjoy with your team.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. And an excited group of Chicago North All-Stars here. They're headed to the United Center in what should be an excellent state championship game coming up on the 19th. That will do it for us here from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville. Always got to thank our great crews. We always do. Matt Budin down there in the corner cam. Matt Freeman up here on the main cam. Of course, we had Jimmy the Wiz Olsen getting all the great technical direction here. Luke Jordan, the technical engineer in charge of all things scoreboard. Oh, we'll send it down real quick. Here we got Conde Espinosa before we sign off. Want to give that goaltender his chance here. I know he was excited to get in with his teammates, but we'll send it down to Wes for one last thought.
You snuck off of me before I could get you.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You took that shutout all the way down to the last second. It seems like you're the emotional leader of this team. Tell me how it feels to be able to help your team go to the state final.
It feels great. I've played at the United Center a couple of times when I was little. This one's going to be a lot different. I'm a senior. This is my final year. So it feels great. I mean, this is probably my favorite team I've ever played with my entire life. I mean, all these guys are brothers. They all help me out. They help each other out. I love all of them, each and every single one of them, so might as well give them my all, emotionally and physically, every single game.
Yeah, I can see you're getting emotional now.
Yeah.
Take me how you're going to prepare for this prep team. You guys have about 9 days until you go to the United Center. What are you expecting? What are you hoping for? What are you looking for?
Well, our captain says we don't play a team 5 times and lose all the time, so we're definitely gonna come ready. We're gonna practice a little bit. Tonight we're gonna get some rest, probably some food, something good. But yeah, I mean, it's all mental, a lot of it. We can physically keep with any team we want to. We're fast, we're strong. We don't let anyone push us around. So really, it's just all mental, honestly.
All right, go get some rest. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Wes. Appreciate it. Diego Conde Espinosa, the heart and soul at the back end of this team, leading his team to the United Center. So one more time, Matt Budin, Matt Freeman, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, Luke Jordan, our technical engineer in charge of the scoreboard, Wes Anderson down on ice level, Dylan Ward up here with me. I am Max Anderson. We will talk to you 9 days from today, State Championship Sunday at the United Center. Once again, your final 2-1, Chicago North takes it. That'll do it for us here from the Edge. Thank you, of course, also to the AHAI folks, John Dunn, Jack Weinberg, Jonna Crossfelt. Appreciate all their support. For the rest of the crew, we'll bid you good day. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to you next Sunday.